Kendra and Michael again with one last video to show you the equipment for the snowshoe portion of the winter quadrathlon. If you'd like information on the bike, run, or ski, please see one of the other videos we've made that are posted to our social media outlets.
Gear selection for the snowshoe portion is pretty easy. We don't have a lot of strict rules, but we do require that you use a conventionally manufactured snowshoe, but we don't put size limitations on that.
Yeah, typically probably a smaller snowshoe is appropriate for the course. The course is going to be groomed or otherwise have traffic from snowcats and like snowmobiles during course prep and to get people ferried up the mountain. So a larger snowshoe isn't going to be of a lot of benefit, but if that's what you have, it's going to be totally fine. Sometimes the course does come up or off the backside of the mountain.
And it will this year. In 23, we'll go off the backside of the summit.
Okay, and in that case, the snow, you can expect the snow to be a little bit deeper and maybe some of that traffic will have actually gone up the face, so the course might not be so packed in. But even in that situation, a smaller snowshoe is going to be appropriate.
Yeah, so this is an example of a slightly smaller and lighter snowshoe, and it's not even terribly light. It's not really on the racier end of the spectrum, but something like this works completely fine for the race.
And you'll also see the kind of the platform style snowshoes as well that are basically just molded plastic with some grips and cleats and stuff on the bottom. And then as far as shoes, even running shoes are adequate. It's about a 1 mile section up and down, so 2 miles total. And if you're a soloist, of course, you're going to have to be carrying whatever footwear you want to use with your snowshoes from the run transition. There's no equipment shuttled for you past that transition.
Yeah, so everything you need as far as gear goes, from the run to ski transition on to the top of the mountain and back, you have to carry with you in a backpack because we don't shuttle any gear up to the ski to snowshoe transition.
And if you're a member of a team, you're actually going to have to carry that equipment from the run ski transition as well. So we don't shuttle team members up past that point. So just kind of factor that in and budget that for your day, that you'll need to basically hike or snowshoe up the ski course to meet your racer whenever they get there.
That's right, but that portion isn't timed. So you can take all the time you need to hike and this is only if you're a member of a team, take all the time you need to hike from the run to ski transition up to the ski to snowshoe transition, and then that's where you'd actually start your race.
So some other considerations for the snowshoe section, that is the highest portion of the course. If we're getting weather, we could have a clear course up to that point and you could see weather at the summit. So just be prepared with a shell. If there's going to be wind, we'll also see that at the summit, whereas the rest of the course can be kind of protected from that. And then another decision you'll have to make is if you want to bring your ski poles with you on the snowshoe. Sometimes it can be beneficial to kind of just use them as trekking poles on the snowshoe up.
Especially when we come off the backside of the summit like we will this year. The course isn't quite as flat as it is when you go right down the summit. So it can be nice, but it's really a personal choice. Another thing that's a personal choice is, Mike mentioned footwear, but some people are able to put their ski boots into their snowshoe bindings. Other people change into like a running shoe or a hiking boot and really just find out what works best with your setup.
Absolutely. So it's kind of a trade-off for carrying an extra set of footwear versus, especially maybe if you're in a cross-country setup, to be comfortable enough for that mile just to put your cross-country ski boot in there and do that for that section.